Hello from TeenYetDragon.com. This is Gong and Fu. And of course, today I'm making this video for my disciples mostly, but might as well just publish it so everyone who are about to ordain can actually know about this knowledge. And so when you're in the lineage, you don't have to spend more time learning about it. So today I want to talk about a very important kind of cultivation in the lineage, which if you're coming in to learn magic, you will know that we always emphasize the altar, as you can see right here, okay? The altar. Now your altar may not be as big, but or may not be as full of stuff, but then it's still an altar. Now why do you need an altar when you learn magic? Basically, to sum it up in a very short description, your altar is your storage and working area. Okay, so whenever you're trying to cultivate magic, like to cultivate, what are you cultivating? Like plants, what are you trying to plant or cultivate? What are you going to make out of this thing? Well, by doing things to the altar every day, first of all, you put in stuff from yourself, right? So every day you go here, you do work, you put in your energy. Now the energy itself from you are like loose particles, like loose energy, okay, not condensed. Now by doing stuff all the time, you pack in more and more, and energy will condense. As you keep doing other kinds of things that we teach you, you start to crystallize your energy. And then every month, on some special day, you'll be doing some special cultivation to eat the energy back into yourself. So basically, this is like a processor, okay? You put in stuff, and then it accumulate, and then you take these energy, and you withdraw, and you eat it back. But energy is like saying food. It's a very broad word. You can't say energy and then it's like, wow, air, just suck it in. No, energy is very specific, and you can use it in many ways. So you can't just say, oh, this is energy, and then you should keep breathing it in, right? It's not going to do anything to you. So there is a systematic way to train, to cultivate, and get the stuff to get into your body for some certain kind of work. Now, this is a very brief idea of what it is all about, okay? Magic. Your energy itself on inside your body is not cultivated and not dense and not powerful enough to do magic. And you have a limited storage amount on your body. Now let's relate to how a normal human being is beside magic, like maybe your normal life, okay? Okay, so let's get to the most important thing in life, which is eating. Okay, so food. We cannot store all the food that we need and we bought from grocery store on our body. Like you cannot carry it, okay, all the time. You can't do that. So that's why we need a shelter. We need a house. And the house will have a kitchen, a fridge, a lot of things for you to like store up your food, cook your food, and then convert the food, I mean not the food, the grocery stuff, okay, to food that you can intake. So, and it's not like, oh, food, any kind of food is the same. No, right? You need to cook and learn to cook properly, cook the proper dishes, with the right stuff, all that stuff, okay? So cooking is not like, oh, I'm going to eat, and then it means that you can put anything into your mouth and expect it to work, right? You can be eating the wrong thing, or you can be eating something very disgusting, right? So that's why we need to learn how to cook properly and have proper food. Now with the altar, it's the same, okay? You cultivate yourself, and you take energy down from another dimension, from the pre-heaven dimension, what we call, okay? So another dimension that exists beyond this world, okay? So you cultivate that energy to yourself. You cannot get all those stuff stored in yourself because you are you. You have limited amount of stuff. And if the things that you take stays on your body while you're not like really there yet, okay, they will just and like evaporate, let it go away. Okay, fade away. So you need this place to store up the stuff for you, and of course you need the proper clothing, the gears, okay, to get you more containers while you're cultivating. If you're using a normal piece of clothing, not the magic clothing that we're using, okay, these are what we call magic clothing. We empower and program them to make them work. It's not like a normal piece of clothing with the same kind of color or design. Okay, so you can buy something that is alike, but because it's not programmed, it's not activated as a tool for this purpose, it's not going to hold energy for you. It's not going to be like a power bar for you. So you have to have the right clothing, you have to do the right things, and in order to get all these things going. Now, so we talked about how we have to cultivate and store things into the altar, right? Now, there are special time and special days throughout the year or throughout the month that is the best time to get energy to come into your altar for a refill, okay, for some top up, okay? So this is one of the most important and common practice that we do every month 2 times. Okay, every month there are 2 days. Usually we can say in general is the lunar calendar 1st of the month and the 15th of the month. Okay, now on these 2 days you will be like, even if you don't have altar yet, okay, we'll teach you how to do this ceremony without the altar. What you're doing is you're connecting to the lineage power network, okay, the lineage network of energy. And what happened is everyone in the lineage will be doing the same thing, especially the masters in the lineage and such. So everything in the lineage, everywhere in the lineage is doing stuff, okay? And we're like different departments in the lineage will be doing different things. So basically what happened is, from the lineage power network, there will be stuff distributing out to everyone. Now, if you also do the ceremony on the special day, you will be getting these energies from the network. And also, you'll be getting energies from the outside, the nature energy, okay? Not like nature as in, oh, outside the window, but outside the window, okay? But in another dimension, not this dimension, okay? So, you will be getting energies into your altar, and this is what we call Chang San. Chang San is not to, like if Chinese hear this word, they'll be like, oh, you're inviting the God, but it's not, okay? It has nothing to do with God or whatever. What you're doing is you're opening up the top portion of your altar, what we call the tin gate of the altar, okay? The energy body of the altar, okay, the top part of it. Now what happened is, when you open that part up, you connect it to the lineage network and also to the pre-heaven dimensions, and then you'll be doing spells and stuff to beam your energy out and summon in, or you can say to welcome in or to grab in energies. Now, just doing the magic spell is not going to do anything, okay? Because the spell is just a medium. What you need is a lot of stuff on the altar as a pulling force or a kind of attracting force, like magnet, okay? You want this amount to come, you need this amount of stuff on the altar to act as one of the attracting force to pull down the stuff. Also, you need to understand how much you have contributed to the lineage, and it will also convert to how much you actually deserve to have when you do that ceremony, okay? So lots of factors are involved, but you see, we want to do our best in the 2 days, because these 2 days are the best day to get stuff from the lineage network, from nature, pre-heaven dimensions, and all that stuff. So make sure that you follow the nice schedule, okay, to do your cultivation, and don't miss out the nice days to get stuff. Now, getting stuff, we will have to put things on the altar. For example, we'll be putting food, different kinds of food and stuff. Now, it's not like how you usually see people, they worship and stuff. They just put all the food up. Okay, no, it's not like that. The food, all the food that you'll be putting on will be charged up by your own magic power. Okay, we'll be doing all the stuff, and then all the food and stuff onto the food, so that the food will be acting as a pulling force for your Taoism ceremony. Okay, so all the food, the food are wealth of this nature, this world. Okay, they are wealth of this world. All the food have energies on it, and that is why when you eat the food, you feel energized. Now, another thing is the hard to accept fact is that we human and animals eat life to prolong your life, because there is the life force energy inside all the food that you eat. So when we're doing the magic and putting the food up, we do magic to it, to convert these things, the property of these things, from a normal food for human consumption to a more pre-heaven dimension property, like to make the food energy to blend with a kind of energy that is not supposed to be for this world, and other type of energy that is a little bit more earlier existing than this world. So when you do that on the food, all the food will be then able to act as the attracting force, from here, and pull in the energy from the Lineage network and all that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff to do. Besides food, you may also have sometimes to put candies and all the other kind of stuff, all the consumable stuff. And these things, after the ceremony, you can eat them. You don't have to throw them away. You can eat them afterward. But basically, what happened is when you put these things up, if you don't put enough, even you do the ceremony, there's nothing coming down, because it's like you want to plant something, but you don't want to put seeds there, you don't want to water the ground, you don't want to output, and there's no input, right? So you need to put stuff up. But if you put too much, and your cultivation level, your power level, your knowledge of these things really suck, then what happened is even you put a lot, there's nothing coming down too, because your power basically suck. So there's a lot of factors there, but all I can say is do your best, Try to follow the teaching, and then do whatever you can for these 2 days of the month. So this is the most basic concept of why we do the Taoism and all that stuff. Now, when you advance onward in the lineage, you will learn a lot more things that you can do on these 2 days. Sometimes, even it's right on that day, it can be, the problem is, like, the day is right, but at that moment, when you open the altar, the energy flow in the pre-heaven dimension is not there yet, or maybe it's not as good as it should be. It's like, you look up, the sky is like all gray and cloudy, and it's about to rain, right? But somehow they just don't rain for the whole night. It just stay cloudy, right? So it doesn't rain. What happened, right? So you don't know, right? But so sometimes when that happens, we may postpone or pull that ceremony a little bit earlier, something like that, just to get the energy alignment all right. But if you are a newbie disciple in the lineage, just stick with the 2 days. Basically, you'll be covered. The higher level people will cover you, and you'll be fine. But for the advanced student, they will be learning how to observe how the pre-heaven energy outside really is, and how it affects this world and such like that. And they will do a lot more stuff to get the best result out of those 2 days, because it's super important. And if you have other things to do, for example, if you learn more, you'll be doing a house energy cleanup for one of those days after you welcome in the energy. And also there will be some magic to take that energy that you welcomed in, and then distribute it to different parts of your house so that your house can actually get that energy in and absorb into the whole area, the whole space right here that you're living. So it will benefit the feng shui of your house, the energy flow inside of your house, and it greatly impact your future as well. Now, if you're sick and stuff all the time, doing this thing to like bring this energy and then spread it to your house and stuff, it will also help you heal, recover faster as well. So there's a lot of benefit doing these things. Not only that you want to welcome energy in, okay? Now you welcome in the energy, you can save it up. But also at the same time on that day, because the channel is open, okay? A lot of energy flowing in. You can also utilize these things to do your cultivation, do your ceremonies. For example, you need to do exorcisms, other kind of stuff for your house, for yourself, things like that. You can do that too. It's just a great time with a lot of energy flowing in, and so you can do your work. So every month there are 2 days to do things, like the most important days. And besides that, okay, if you want to open the altar and do other work, okay, fine, no problem. Like if you want to do the stuff maybe 3 days after that special day, it's fine too. You can still open the altar. But there are days that is actually bad for doing the Changsan, which is to open the top portion and then welcome in new energy. Why it's bad? Because the channel connecting is not working as well. So if that's the case, you have at least your reserved or your stored, accumulated, okay, your savings energy in the altar. So you can say, okay, I want to open the altar for doing my work, but I just don't open the top to welcome in new energy. It's like that, okay? So basically, it's like I have my food inside my house. I'm just going to eat from my fridge. I'm not going to order stuff in because the road outside is bad, okay? So you get the idea. We want to do magic. We have many things to consider. First is the day, the nature outside, good for you to welcome energy in to use. And secondly, if it's not a good day, we have our savings. That you do your saving work every day, okay, you have to save, right? Save. And thirdly is even you did all your part, okay? Even you did like your magic spells to welcome in the energy, you did your incense, all that stuff, okay? If the day and the energy flow condition is not good, you can still be pretty screwed. So you need to be prepared and learn how to deal with different situations. As you go on, you advance in the lineage, you'll be learning how to observe all these things, how to deal with different situations, and that is why we have a lot of tools and different knowledge to deal with these things and learn how to encounter different situations. It's just like encountering different kinds of weather in nature. So when it's raining, you know that you have to bring a raincoat. When it's very sunny, you know that you need to bring a hat, stuff like that, okay? So a lot of stuff can happen in the pre-heaven, and as people learn and advance on, they will understand, be able to know how to see it and deal with it with their altar. But for everyone here watching the video, okay, if you are a newbie or a newbie to be disciple in the lineage, remember, follow the teachings and at least do your stuff for the 2 days, like the 1st and the 15th. Okay, try to follow the schedule as much as you can first, and when you get steady with that, okay, you will be getting more and more advanced with these ceremonies, and you will be doing a more a powerful ceremony every month and resulting in a much better and faster gain with or upgrade with your magic cultivation. A lot of work to do, and it's pretty confusing sometimes too for newbies. So it does take a lot of effort to learn, and it's not like, oh, you just do this and it will be fine. Okay, there's a lot of complicated micro details in the stuff that actually is hard, but it's also why it's so attractive to learn the real magic, because it's so it's like a very deep subject. There's a lot of stuff to dig into and understand. Okay, so this coming Saturday is actually one day for our Changsan. So if you're our disciples, remember to do your work on that day, and we'll be seeing you by then. We'll be checking in, like seeing if you're in the Lineage network. Okay, so see you by then. Bye bye.